Union Home Minister Amit Shah, who's on a visit to trouble-torn Manipur, which has witnessed ethnic unrest and violence for nearly a month now. 9 peace meetings in 2 locations in Imphal and an attempt to reconcile between the ethnic communities. The sources have said Amit Shah has asked groups in Manipur to keep peace for 15 days while holding talks. Amit Shah is in fact intervening and trying to get a stock of the situation on the ground in order to assure that the demands would be considered, but asked the leaders to ensure peace for at least a fortnight so that normalcy could return and talks could be taken forward. Today, he's expected to visit other areas of Manipur, and these are the worst hit areas after he visited Imphal yesterday. And we have my colleague Neeta joining us to get us more on this. Neeta, take us through Amit Shah's plan. Which are the areas that he'll be visiting today? And also, after recent violence, the centre is accounting for rebels and weapons in military camps now.
Yes, it was a busy day for Union Home Minister Mr. Amit Shah yesterday. Today it's a day 3 of a 4-day visit. Today also he would be visiting Meitei and adjoining areas, the worst part of affected due to the violence. Only the central and the southern part of Manipur are the worst affected. So obviously he is touring these parts in parts. Yesterday also he visited Chora Chandpur. He also met political leaders also there. He reached out to the political class also. He held a all-party meeting in which he said that even the political class of the state needs to reach out to people so that violence can be curbed and peace process can be initiated, because the political process needs to be seen on ground. That is why the political party leaders also need to reach out to the people in their segments. So that was the big message as far as Amit Shah was concerned. There were other messages also, like opening of BSNL lines. Why? Because as of now we have seen lot many rumors are going around. So if a mode of communication is introduced in that state, so that will also dispel the rumors. The third, he also assured the state government and also the people there that center is open to handing over the case of Kuki violence to the CBI. So on that part also the discussions were done. Actually, the center is adopting a 3-pronged approach as far as Manipur is concerned. They are trying to account for all the weapons, because after this suspension of operations was done in Manipur, these militants went back to their camps, but they never handed over the weapons. So those accounting of weapons is now being done by security forces, by army, by the Assam Rifles, and even the accounting of militants. Because if those weapons, because the apprehension is that those weapons were used in the violence which we saw in last 1 month or so. So center is also mulling over if the suspension of operation should be should be over now. So that is the part also the center is mulling. And also some of the people, whether they are Meiteis or their Kukis, they are interested in going back to their native homes when earlier they were evacuated to the safer locations, but now they are wanting to go back to their homes. So to make that process also smooth, so he asked the central armed police forces to ensure that process also comes through. And thirdly, the most importantly was that he reached out to the locals, to the women, because women also play a very important role there. So all segments of society, center is trying to reach out, and they are working on a narrow common ground so that the peace process should be initiated in that region, because as many as 80 people have died so far. Back to you.
Right, Neeta, thank you for getting us those details. It's a major challenge to bring the situation back to normal, as villages have been devastated and close to 80 people, like Neeta was pointing out, have died. Here's Saurabh Gupta's report from the ground.
People lining up on both sides of the road as Home Minister Amit Shah's convoy drove into Chora Chandpur, the heartland of the Kuki community. One of the areas worst hit by the ethnic violence in Manipur, in which nearly 80 persons have been killed in the last 28 days.
Union Home Minister Amit Shah arriving in Chora Chandpur, and as you can see, lines of women here, of course, waiting to welcome him. But here's Mr. Shah's convoy that's just gone in.
We have raised this demand collectively for separate administration. And we have met the Honorable Home Minister in Delhi collectively by the MLAs of our community, and now the ball is in the court of the government of India.
The destruction left behind by the ethnic violence is unbelievable. You know, there are homes that have been completely gutted. There are cars that have been gutted, you know, while they've been parked inside buildings.
This once bustling town is now counting its dead. The district hospital mortuary has unclaimed dead bodies, including that of Niang Hoi Ching, whose distraught sister had this to say.
There was a gunfire, and then so on the spot itself, my sister died.
Earlier, the Home Minister met women traders at Imphaal's famous Ima market and political party leaders who can help broker a peace. Pressure is building on the centre to come up with a solution. 12 sports stars from Manipur, including Olympic medalist Mirabai Chanu, say they will return their awards if there is no speedy solution to the violence.
क्यों आगे हम अपने देश के लिए कुछ नहीं करेंगे, कुछ कंट्रीब्यूशन नहीं देंगे, हमारे अवार्ड भी वापस कर देंगे, यही मांग है. अभी हम शाम को अमित शाह जी से मिलने का है.
For now, 10 lakh rupees is being paid as compensation to the families of the dead, with a job being provided to next of kin. Small steps that address immediate concerns. What Manipur desperately needs, though, is long-term peace. With Saurabh Gupta and Sanjay Chakravarti in Churachandpur and Ratnadeep Chaudhary in Guwahati, Bureau Report, NDTV.